Running is one of the most famous sports in the world. Running just for 30 minutes a day boosts our mood, sleep quality and concentration levels. 200 muscles, 112 ligaments, 26 bones and 33 joints need to work together when we run. So running is a big activity for our body. In this video we'll talk about how to choose the best running shoes, so you don't damage your muscles, ligaments and joints and enjoy your runs. We'll talk about the questions about your feet and your running technique that need to be answered before buying shoes. We'll also discuss the key characteristics of running shoes, and I will share my personal approach to buying shoes. There are over 1 billion types of shoes sold globally every year. Over 1 billion types to choose from. So how to choose the best pair for you? Hi, Andrew here. Welcome to the Practical Health channel. There are a lot of different types and brands of shoes. So let's try to simplify the process of selecting the right shoes for your runs. Whether it will be for your casual runs or you're getting ready for one of 800 marathons that are being held globally every year. And we'll start with the key question that you need to think about before selecting running shoes. Your feet and running tendencies. The type of surface you plan to run on. And the type of your run itself. Your feet and running tendencies have 3 key parameters. Number 1 is your foot pronation, or how your foot rolls from heel to toe as you walk around. About 70% of people have overpronation. Their feet are turned inward. Some people have their feet in a neutral position. And some people have supination, or outward rotation of the foot. You'll need to pick up the shoes with the right support level, based on your foot pronation. Another parameter that is specific to you is your running technique, or specifically where you land. On your heel, on the middle of your foot, or on your toe. Your running technique will be the key to picking up the right shoe drop, which is the thickness difference between the shoe sole at the heel and at the toe. And finally, your weight. It's another parameter that we need to take into consideration. Basically, if you have extra weight, you'll probably need an extra cushion in your shoes. The second question is which type of surface you plan to run on. Is it a concrete road, trail, treadmill or beach? Each of these surfaces will require a different type of shoes. The concrete surface will require extra cushion to minimize the impact of your steps against the surface. The trail surface will need a stronger grip and reinforced upper. Using a treadmill is somewhere between road and trail running. You need to get some cushion but also need solid grip. And finally, running on the beach requires running shoes to have some traction, lightweight and tight mesh. By the way, I strongly recommend running barefoot on the beach. It will help a lot in strengthening your feet. The third entry parameter is the type of your runs. Long distance runs, competitive runs, casual runs, or for example runs for foot strengthening. Long distance running will require an extra cushion in your shoes, because you want to minimize the impact between your foot and the road. For competitive runs, it's all about speed, so people usually select an extra light shoes. So here we have a trade-off. Light shoes will help you run faster, but your post-run recovery time will be probably longer. If you have good answers to these 3 questions, you can start selecting your perfect pair of running shoes. And running shoes have several parameters to focus on. Number 1 is the foot pronation support, and this is probably the most important. Based on your foot pronation, you can select stability shoes in case of overpronation. In case of neutral foot position, get the neutral support shoes. And in case of supination, cushion shoes will be your best option. Number 2 is the shoe drop. If you land on your heel while running, you should get the shoes with a significant drop, over 7 mm. If you land on the middle, the drop can be between 0 and 6 mm. And finally, if you land on your toe, probably you'll need a small drop or no drop at all. Next one is cushioning. The thickness of materials under the midsole and the firmness of the foam. Cushioning is critical in many situations. For running on concrete roads, for long runs, in case of foot supination or in case you have an extra weight. Number 4 is shoe weight. Lighter shoes are faster and they're usually racing shoes. Actually, the weight difference between shoes can be quite significant. Nike Zoom X, Vaporfly and X% lightweight racing shoes weigh about 190 grams. And the weight of well-cushioned Hoka Bondi 7 shoes is 303 grams. If you take 180 steps per minute and run 10 kilometers in 50 minutes, you'll take about 9,000 steps. The weight difference between these 2 pairs of shoes is 113 grams. So you'll lift up additional 1017 kilograms during your run in Hoka Bondi 7 shoes. It's quite a lot. It's a tough trade-off between the shoe weight and cushion. On one side you want light shoes, they're lighter and it's easy to run in light shoes, while on the other side you need cushion to save your feet and minimize recovery time. So it's personal preference. Other selection parameters might also be worth considering: breathability, durability, flexibility, and definitely look and price. A lot of things to take into consideration. So invest some time in understanding the shoe selection process, pick the right shoes, and it will pay off nicely over time. And please don't be like me some time ago, when the choice of running shoes was driven solely by the shoe's brand and look. So let's talk about the best running shoes available on the market today. Is there a single best pair of running shoes? Actually, no. The best shoes are different for different shoe categories, and the list is changing continuously as companies introduce new models. The good thing is that there are a lot of websites that can help you when making a choice, and the Road Runner Sport is one of the most famous ones. So let me share my list based on my research. As of the winter of 2021, in the category of best cushioned running shoes, the top 3 names are Hoka Bondi 7, Brooks Glycerin 18, and ASIC Gel Nimbus 22. The 3 best pairs of shoes for running trails are Hoka Speed Goat 4, Brooks Cascadia 15, and Saucony Peregrine 10. In the category of best stability running shoes, the top 3 shoes are New Balance 860 V11, Brooks Adrenaline GTS 21, and Nike Air Zoom Structure 22. In the category of best neutral running shoes, the top 3 shoes are Brooks Ghost 13, Hoka Clifton 7, and Ultra Touring 4.0. And finally, the 3 best pairs of shoes for long distance running are Saucony Triumph 18, Mizuno Wave Rider 24, and ASIC GEL Kayano 27. There are a lot of great shoes to choose from. If you really don't know where or how long you plan to run, you might want to pick up a pair of running shoes that work pretty well for every runner. In this case, Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 37 is probably your best choice. They're really popular these days. Though there are other great options like Hoka Ona Ona Carbon X and Brooks Hyperion Temper. Hoka Ona Ona sounds like a dance music. Hoka Ona Ona, Hoka Ona Ona. But if you really decide to participate in one of those 800 marathons, you need great racing shoes. So let me give you the statistics for which shoes won the top 6 marathons most often in 2019. Tokyo, Boston, London, Berlin, Chicago, and New York City. Out of 36 podium finishes, 31 of them were in Nike shoes. Vaporfly 4% Flyknit and Zoom X Vaporfly Next Percent. Actually, 10 out of 12 winners were using Nike shoes. Adidas came in second with 5 podium finishes and 2 winners. So I hope all these ideas will help you select the best running shoes for you. Also, I would like to share several ideas on the shoe purchasing process itself. One idea is to go to a local running shoe store to have your foot analyzed and to get qualified advice. Bring an old pair of your running shoes with you. It helps the store specialist to understand what kind of runner you are and see the shoe fit. Also, bring your typical running socks, so you can try your new shoes with socks in the store. When selecting your shoes, try multiple types of shoes. It will help you choose the right ones. Also, your shoes should fit well from the start with no break-in period. And make sure you pick up the right size of your shoes. The recommended size of your running shoes should be a half size larger than your typical shoe size, or leave about 1.5 centimeters between the tip of the shoe and the big toe. Poor fitting shoes could cause black toenails. Finally, when you purchase your shoes, mark the purchase date and try to record the running distance. It will help you understand when you need to get a new pair. The typical life expectancy of a running shoes is about 450-600 kilometers, or 6-9 months. Then the shoes start to lose the quality of their cushioning. By the way, think about how you can support your local running shoe store. They have a hard time these days due to the rise of online shopping and the COVID pandemic. So that's it for today. I hope you will choose a pair of running shoes that will be comfortable, look nice, improve your performance, and maybe help you run a marathon, like Oprah Winfrey did, or improve your marathon time as Eliud Kipchoge did. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It will help our small channel grow. And make a comment, even a simple comment like, I didn't know that the first women-specific running shoes were introduced by Nike in 1978, will help us get more attention to our channel. And rumor has it, When you subscribe to our Practical Health channel, you get a boost in your running performance. See you next time. Bye.